What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. I'm Bedrock, and welcome back to my single-player Let's Play world here on the Bedrock Edition. In today's episode, I have a little friend here with me. My little sheeple. There he is. I can get him out of his boat without hitting him. Give me that boat. Get up here, Mr. Sheeple. Come on. So I'm going to, over here on this island, make a little sheep farm. Wool farm. Come on, moron. Get up here. Come on. Because I'm going to need a lot. Oh, look, there's 2 of them. Fantastic. Oh, there's 3 of them even. Beautiful. Even better. Here, you, and here you can have it. There we go. Let's go these little cows back in here. 1, 2. Where's the other one? Yep, come on in, buddy. Cool. Alright, so we're going to get these cows, these sheep bred up. And then I'll start building this farm. So I need 16 sheep, and we'll just keep breeding them up until we get to the 16. 4 should be 5. Perfect. So now we have 5. And in the meantime, I need to figure out exactly where I want to place this thing. Alright, let's see if we can fashion us together a quick like here. Too fast, I need to slow it down. Let's see. I know I did this before, but I'll be darned if I can remember. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. No, these. I need beer. I always forget pure stone. I guess it's regular stone. Oh, you know what? I like to do this. $6.39. So it turned off at 6:39, or it turned on at 6:39. 6:39. So let's do some maths. That's the. Ew. All right. So this is. That's the chunk border. So one's on a different chunk than the other. go this way now. We want to do the same thing. We'll go this direction. Should be any second now. There it is. 81. So 79. Alright, let's go do some maths. It's -1 and 1. So this border right here. We're just going to surround all of these hopper minecarts with dirt, and then I'm going to try to put dirt on top of all of the hopper minecarts, and hopefully that works. I was supposed to do that before placing the minecarts, but, you know, whatever. Okay, this works. So we're going to cover the glass here, grass in glass. And what's nice about glass is glass will not cause the grass to die. So each one of these little holes here will have a sheep. So we'll have to obviously get a sheep into each one of these holes, which will be easier said than done, I think. Alright, so now we've got that built. So what do I still need to do? I still need to put a rail across the top to distribute shears into all of the hoppers, which will drop them down into the dispensers. And then I need to get the sheep into each of the pens. What's a comparator? I forget. I need to learn how to craft better, don't I? Oh, right. I need this. Okay, so I've been breeding up the cows, yeah. So I've been breeding up these sheep off camera and finished up with this farm here. I think you guys saw most of this. I think I showed most of the building of kind of this main piece here. I've wired up some redstone in the back, and I'm just in the process of getting the sheep into the pens up here. And then once I have all of them in, I'll go through and dye them all so that there's 16 of them, one of each color. So like I said, I'm in the process there. And then I'll show you how this works once I got them all in there. So just kind of slowly going through the process of getting those guys in here. And then I'll explain all of this redstone, which goes way out into the ocean there, once I'm done gathering up these sheep. So all I'm doing is I'll grab one, I use the scaffolding to raise him up in the air, which is pretty cool. He gets on top of the fence. Oop, I didn't get him. I'll try that again. He just wants me to take damage. There we go. I get him out. And then I'm just using the wheat to lure him up. these steps over here. So as long as he's following me. Come on, buddy. You coming up? Alright, so we're going to take him down here. We're going to try to put him in this next hole. So that's it. It's not anything special to get them in here, but it's annoying and tedious. And then, yeah, so that's it. So I'm going to finish up. I'll get the rest of these guys in here. And then I'll put the last piece on here, which is going to be a set of rails that goes along the back here to make it easy to put shears into each of the dispensers. So there's a dispenser in each pen to shear the sheep. And yeah, so let me finish this up and then I'll give you a show of how it works. Be back in a few. Okay, so I've checked all of the chests. All the chests are empty. I checked all the dispensers. The dispensers are all empty. There is 6 pieces of white wool and 1 piece of gray wool, just so I can have a good count on my first one. Let's see. Obviously, I've got lots of shears in my inventory. We know where this is about to go. And you can see my sheep. So I have white, light gray, gray, black, brown, red, orange, yellow, green, and so on. I have one of every color. And let me show you how this thing's going to work. So let me climb up here. And I don't have to worry about falling in because I have trapdoors on everything, which is nice. Because I built one of these once before in a different world. And I fall in, and every time I'd fall in order to get out, I have to break a piece of glass, and then the sheep gets out, and oh, what a nightmare. So, I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to put 16 pairs of shears, 1 for each one. Now, like a moron, I did break my bed with this pair of shears here, so one of these is going to get a pair of shears that has -1 durability. I'm going to press this button, and voila! Every dispenser should get 1 pair of shears. And that should come back and stop. And now each of these is indicating to me that there's a pair of shears in the dispenser behind that one. Obviously, I could put one behind every single one of these, but I don't need that much. So I'm going to go down there. At the end of this line, there's a button. And that button's going to activate all this redstone here. And then when it activates this here, this comparator is going to create a clock. And it's just going to keep firing and keep firing and keep firing so that those dispensers constantly fire. Boom, 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 boom. And right when I first started building this, you guys saw me, I was mapping out the chunk borders. And I don't think I said at the time reason why I was trying to get the chunk borders. And so what happens is the sheep is in this chunk and the dispenser is in this chunk. So this is the separate from chunk. And where that button is just far enough away so that this chunk with the dispenser is still loaded, but these sheep are not going to be loaded in. So it's going to be, right, 1 chunk, 2, whoa, dummy. Alright, let's try that again. So this is chunk 1, and then each one of these is a different chunk. So here's 2nd chunk, 3rd chunk, 4th chunk. So when I'm standing here in this chunk, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 chunks loaded, right? So we have 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this chunk here is loaded, but those sheep will not be loaded. And watch this magic when I press this, flip this lever over here. So I'm going to turn over here, and we can see the 2 lights are lit up. And I'm going to flick that lever, and we wait. And in about a minute, those 2 lights are going to go off. When those 2 lights are gone off, that means there are no longer shears in those dispensers. And that will mean that my farm has worked. So here we go. Let's wait. This is the longest minute ever. I may have done something wrong here. This should be done by now. I have surely done something incorrectly here. And I don't know what. I'm going to guess that my render distance is longer than 4 chunks. Settings. Game. Simulation distance 4 chunks. So no, I did not mess anything up. Maybe it just hasn't been long enough yet. Or maybe this farm is broken. Alright, so for some reason this thing is not working. And it might be my chunk borders. Maybe I messed up my chunk borders. Or what have I done? Alright, let's go see what we got going on up here. Something is not right. Yep, I think I messed up my chunk borders, guys. If I messed up my chunk borders, that means I have to tear down and rebuild this entire freaking farm. Okay, so I'm almost certain I have messed up my chunk borders. Let me see if I can find the data pack that puts the chunk borders on, and I will be right back. Okay, so I downloaded and installed this new texture pack, or add-on, or pack, behavior pack, and I will leave a link in the description on where I got it from and how you can get it as well. And he has very good instructions on how to download it, how to install it, how to use it right on his website, so I'm not going to go into all of that. Short version is, on the way this pack works, is you put down an armor stand, and then you get a banner, and you put a banner on the armor stand, and then each time you pose the armor stand, it's going to add different things. So if I do 1, so this tells me from that armor stand, everything from me to this green is non-spawnable, and everything in here is where bad guys can spawn, and outside of the red is where they're going to despawn, based on the location of this, which is kind of neat. And the one I want, this is going to add chunk borders for 1 chunk, and if I do 1 more, it's going to give me chunk borders for 3 by 3 chunks. And as you can see, I thought I was building this stupid thing with the chunk border being right here, and oh boy was I wrong. Wow. Oh, yay. Wow. So I have 2 options. I can either tear this whole thing down and rebuild it here, or I can convert this into a standard one, and I'll just add, what do you call it, a bunch of observers, and wire it up so that observer, and it'll just be a normal farm. I'm not going to do that today for this episode. I'm going to get this video out to you guys. Give me a comment. Let me know, what should I do? Should I move this whole thing over? And so this farm, if it works the way it's supposed to work, let me turn this stupid thing off. If this farm works the way it's supposed to work, I flick that button, all of those shears work. They just keep shear, because the sheep aren't actually loaded. The shears are shearing the sheep, but the sheep are not losing their wool because the sheep aren't loaded. And so basically in 50 seconds to a minute, each one of those shears gets used up completely, and will drop about 7.5 stacks of wool for every single color into each chest. And so 7.5 stacks per color, 16 colors in 1 minute, and all I have to do is fill it up with shears. Should I build that, or should I just add observers and make this a normal AFKable farm? So you guys tell me what you think I should do in the comments down below. Oh, I'm so annoyed because I wanted this. I think I'm going to move it, but tell me what you guys think in the comments down below, and then I'll make the decision based on what you guys think. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Yeah, give me some comments down below. Tell me which farm do you think I should build, and we'll do that next episode. We'll get this farm finished off in the next episode. Tell me what you think I should do. Again, hope you guys have liked or enjoyed this video. Please leave me a like down below. Share the video, and until next time, take care, everybody. Bye for now.